देवी की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। हरि ओम। ओम पावित्रो पावित्रे सर्वस्तनिं गतोऽपिव यस्मरे पुण्डरीकाक्ष सर्वपापहरं देव्यं समर्पयामि। क्वेश्चन। ओम शन्नो वीरविष्टया आपो भवन्तु पीते शन्नो सर्वन्तु नः। ओम अगिन सर्वपापहरं देव्यं गांग्यं निर्मलं जलम् आचमनीयं च मायदीतं गृहीतं पुरुषोत्तमहं। सिपिन वतनौ। ओम श्री केशवाय नमः। अगिन ओम श्री नारायणाय नमः। अगिन ओम श्री माधवाय नमः। वचन। ओम निर्मलं गंगाजलं सर्वपापहरो हरि। मेन वन। ओम एतैं तदेवाय पुष्पैन्ति धारणं स्तपो मंडल दुकंदायकं पुष्पैन्ति धारणं समर्पयामि। श्री यजमानमस्य पुष्पैन्ति धारणं समर्पयामि। ओम पुष्पोले ब्रह्मस्थितो जनार्दन। ओम श्री कंदचंदनम वंदितम नित्यं पवित्रं पापनिशारणम् आपदं हरते नित्यो लक्ष्मी वस्तु सर्वर। श्री चंदनं समर्पयामि। यजमानमस्य चंदनं समर्पयामि। ओम श्री कंदचंदनं वंदितं पवित्रं पापनिशारणम् आपदं हरते नित्यो लक्ष्मी वस्तु सर्वर। श्री चंदनं समर्पयामि। यजमानमस्य चंदनं समर्पयामि। ओम वनस्पति रसोपा सुगंधो मनोहर आग्ने सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं पति गृहीतं श्री धूपोऽयं समर्पयामि। Hold on to this. Pass it on. Pass it on. Pass it on. एक बार बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। At this time, everybody please stand. Who cannot stand, got to remain sitting. Put your hands together. Close your eyes, bow your head. Contemplate on that supreme personality. That invocation mantra to Lord Krishna. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayed Girim Yata Kripat Mahabandi Parmananda Marhavam Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Yang Brahma Varunendarodamarutam Stunvantadebhyastave Virei Sankaparakramopanasharai गायन्ति यं सामुगाम् ध्यानवसतेर्गतेन मनुषा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यं तं न विदुसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे हरगुणाताय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः. Together everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Bhavan, take your seat, my devotees. Offer your flowers. Nice. Hold on to this, the main man. Come stand up here. And the rest of all your touch hands. Om Vishnur 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 Srimam Ravanudvitya Sri Sweet Varha Kalpe Dakshina Kumarikakshetye Arya Varatak Dishande Kalyuga Pratanam Charane Tikolenim Sri Amuk Jajman Namasya Sri Amuk Samvatsari Amuk Mase Amuk Pakshe Amuk Tito Amuk Gotrat Amuk Sharmaham Mama Patak Durvakam Sri Padmeshwaram Prityatam Prataham. Take his name now. Sri Amuk Pretasya Anyeshti Karma Aham Karekshe. एक बार बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Put it on the body one side. Rest it right any side in here. All right, you stand up here now. I'll come wrong. So this will be you. 1, 2, 3 times. Om Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Prerva Snanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam Chandan. Om Amugot. Right, watch me now. Use this finger and start from here to here. From here to here. 1, then I'll come, same thing, right? So as you're done, give them and you come around. So, yeah, pull down. Om Sri Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Prerva. Next one. Chandanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. All right, you go wrong now. Chandanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Prerva. Sri Chandanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Chandanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Prerva Chandanam Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Right? Come around now. Perfume. When you receive, you put it on the table. Just take it now like this. And next one. Om Sri Amugotrasya Amukpretasya. Come around. Sri Gandadhwara Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Gandadhwara Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Sri Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Prerva. Sri Gandadhwara Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Gandadhwara Maya Diyatita Homo Patishatam. Nice. When you're going to say, put it on the table. All right. Mala. Fall on the pit together? No problem. All right. Who is the for one to put the mala? All right. I'll come. Who is the Charan? Come to put. And then the rest I'll go take flowers. Take flowers in your hand. Yeah, you can stay right here and just hold on the side earlier. Om Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Predva Siddhi Pushpamala Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam Pushpamala Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam. Nice. The rest of the flowers now. Om Siddhi Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Predva Siddhi Pushpam Pindupari Siddhi Pushpam Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam Pushpam Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam. All right. So you, this is you now. 1, 2, 3. And you come in this way now. Every time you come. When you reach back here again, 3, and then you're going wrong back again, right? 5 times. Yes. At this time, who can stand, please stand, and who cannot stand, remain seated. Nothing wrong if you remain seated, but just a matter of respect, you know. Yeah, start here. Om Amugotrasya Amukpretasya Predva Siddhi Deepam Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam Deepam Maya Dietita Vomo Patishatam. Together, everybody. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukiyo ko duka dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Again, Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukiyo ko duka dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल नहारा हो फिर तू ही बेरा पार करूं जय 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 कृष्ण हरे एवरीबॉडी जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय जय तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे एवरीबॉडी जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे ओ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे ओ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय Bhavan, take your seat, my dear devotees. Stay just well, yeah? Stay right there. Pinda, come here. Just now. Om Amugotrasya. Rest it. Amukpretasya. Here. Rest it right. Just now you got to move it. Amugotrasya. Amukpretasya. Predva. Siddhi Pindupadi. Maya Diyatita Vomo Patishatam. Telanj. Maya Diyatita Vomo Patishatam. Ramnam Satya. Hey. All right. Relax yourself a little bit now. Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. My dear devotees, let me at this time pay my humble respect to each and every one of you. Today it marks an important day too in the life of the deceased today. When we say it marks an important life in the deceased today, this devotee you see lying here today have no problem in his life again. From the day we born until we reach this situation, we will have problems in our life, my dear devotees. Last night, one individual called me and told me his son, his brother-in-law, who was about 37 years, get a little job. The man who got a job for him, tell him wait, he coming to help him load up a tractor. Time passed, the man didn't reach. When he see time running out, he load the tractor, and while loading the tractor, it falls, squeeze him, and it kill him. Life is such, my dear devotees, when you have to leave this mortal planet, how you have to die, you will die. We cannot escape death, my dear devotees. So fortunately, unfortunately, he had was to leave this world in that situation. One of the best that we can get, my dear devotees, is when you live a full life. But then what is a full life? Some people may say a full life is 80 years, 85 years, 90 years. We are not like many years gone by where people live 100 and change going. Manush tanahei. Scriptures tell you by 50 years just now, people will be leaving this world. We see this starting to take place, my dear devotees. Then what is a full life, my dear devotees? But then today, while we have life and we are in this mortal planet, we call Earth or Mrityu Lok, my dear devotees, then we must do something, and we must do what? Make the best out of life while we are in this mortal planet. But then what is making the best while we are on this mortal planet, my dear devotees? Eating, drinking, marrying. Okay, if we say eating, drinking, and marrying, my dear devotees, but there is more to that to know. And what it is there more to again? Being good, doing good, and seeing good, my dear devotees. When I say seeing good, I mean going by glasses and the eye special. Seeing good things in people. Doing good things to yourself and to people, my dear devotees, and being good to yourself and to people in this world today. God judges us for how we live in the face of this world. And according to scriptural injunction, it says, as it was from the beginning, so it is, and so shall it be to the end of time. Nobody can change what God created and what God has for us in the face of this world today, my dear devotees. The only thing we just say, Ko nahi janata hai jaga mein, kapi sankata mochan e naam tumhara. The only thing we just leave in the world, my dear, behind us is a name. A good name or a bad name. But the only thing we just tote with us is what? Our karma. And karma, my dear devotees, will be everlasting in this universe. Then if we say karma is lasting, everlasting in this universe, some people may say, but Ponde, how karma is everlasting? If I now make a statement, as it was from the beginning, so it is and so it shall be to the end. When God created this universe, he created this universe equal, just, and fair. You cannot add, you cannot take away. For this world will continue to spin on its axis, my dear devotees, until eternity or until destruction come to that situation. Means to say, the end of time. But then when is the end of time? We'll have to live yug and yug, time and life, birth and birth, my dear devotees, before Kali Yuga come to an end. And when Kali Yuga come to an end, then the world will be what? Destroy, my dear devotees, where we will now start back with what we call Satyug. This is the life we have in this world today, my dear devotees. So, I want to recognize we have a great friend of mine. Everybody know him as Lalu Ponditu. He's a Mahapat. Rajan. I asked him to come up with him. Raj, come now. Oi, come up, not go behind. So, we have men who is very versed to, my dear devotees, in scriptures, and they will help us in today's worship, my dear devotees. Scriptural injunction, it says that the soul is part of the Supreme Spirit. And therefore, like God, the soul is what we call eternal. God is what we call eternal. God will be from the beginning of time. God will always be here. Even at the end of time too, God will be here, my dear devotees. So too with what we call this soul that resides in our body, which give us life, my dear devotees. In this world, the soul has an entry. And the only time the soul will have an entry at the conception of when a mother becomes pregnant, my dear devotees. When the soul enters the body, so when a mother becomes pregnant and she gives birth, is only then, my dear devotees, it will carry a name. What name it will carry? What name you give that person, like me, Gaia. So that soul will be known as a body in the person of her name, Gaia, my dear devotees. And the soul has no color, so you can describe the color of a soul. It has no form, and it is neither male nor female. The soul is immortal. The physical body is destructible, but the soul controls the function of this body. So without the body, without the soul in the body, my dear devotees, that is what we will call death, as we see in before us today, my dear devotees. So once that soul is within us, the human body, then the human body will continue to function. And once this body continues to function in good health, my dear devotees, then we as a human being today, we have to make something good for ourselves. That when the day we call Judgment Day reach, and all scriptures in this universe will tell you about Judgment Day. And when Judgment Day reach, my dear devotees, none of us will be there to help the individual at that point and moment in time, my dear devotees. That is why we say today, judge yourself, do not judge other people. Don't point fingers at people, my dear devotees, because the day will reach when you will have to face reality in the eyes of who? Yamraj, who is the judger, my dear devotees. So today we must keep one thing in mind. As I was saying, do good, see good, and be good. And if we can see this within ourselves, then we can see it in other people today. Then we become what? Better people. Our village will be better village. Our surrounding will be, and even the country will be better country than what it is today, my dear devotees. Look at how we live in today. We have to live in fear. We have to hide. We have to secure everything, my dear devotees. Because if you leave something out here, next thing when you get a brother boy and them see they're gone. This is life today, my dear devotees. Many years gone by, we have some elderly people could remember, you could leave anything outside. Days and weeks and months, it always secure. Today, what happened overnight, it gone. Why? Because we had to live again in fear. But you know what scripture tell you? Yahashata bara pata karakoi chutahi bandi mahasuka hui. Bandi means jail. This is how we live in today. We have to live in jail. You have to fence, Bograpov, put camera, get bad dogs, mind their devotees. And still these people come in and they take what they have to take. What we are in this world today, back again today. So the physical body will always be destroyed. The soul controls all the function in the body. And the body only function as long as the soul resides within it, my dear devotees. The most learned people do not understand the miseries or the mysteries of the soul. And the principal aim of life should be what? To understand it to the best of our ability. Today, if we can sit down and analyze our own self, who am I? Where am I going from here? What is my duty in the face of this world today? Everybody know the disease. When he was of a younger person, and he always, sometimes when he come to the temple, he making joke, making people laugh and thing. This is the humanist in the human being. And when today we can make someone smile, sometimes people may have issues, trouble and worries, and you can make that person smile. You know what happened? You take away some of the difficult situation in that person. But you must try not to do something to somebody to give them more heartache in your life. Because when you give them heartache, more trouble start coming in within you and even within their self-minded devotees. The soul never sin. So if the soul never sin, my dear devotees, then what will happen when we reach by the Creator or the Maker to be judged? It never grows old. This body will get old, not the soul. It is free from death and sorrow. That is why we just say, Aham Karam, who am I? I am the self. Who is the self? The spark of divinity that lies from the Creator to we, the human being, we call soul or the life, my dear devotees. In scriptures, when we read in the Ganesh Puran, well, when Parvati Mata wanted to form what she do, she take this curve, she form a person, a being, a body, and she give Pran Pratishtha, life in that. Christ in the Holy Bible, what he did, when he wanted to form man, what he did, he take the lump of clay, he form a man, and blew the breath of life into that clay, naming it man. What was not existing? Everything was existing under different names and different form, my dear devotees. And this is what we are saying here from the beginning of time. So it was, so as it was, it will be and continue to be. We cannot change, my dear devotees. So it is never hungry or thirsty. It has no desire. But since the soul have no desire, we must have a desire for that soul within our body. What is the desire for that soul within our body? That when we leave this mortal planet and it reach to the Creator where it will be judged, our desire that it can be judged in a great way, or the best, Raj? But we should dream about that soul at all times, my dear devotees. It is an entry that we must try to understand better in our life today. If today as a human being, we start to sit down and analyze something, just as we have our work to do, we will sit down tonight and think, what our duty tomorrow? How are we going to perform our duty? And sometimes when we sit and we started to perform, how we're going to perform our duty, it becomes a hard task to my dear devotees. Now I have one of my godchild here who works in the welfare office, Naila. And she will sit night after night thinking when she look at the kind of area she does have to go to. And you're the kind of people she might meet up there sometimes. And she will have to analyze when she going, where she going, how she going, and she method of approach towards these people. So too with we in life today. We must have this understanding every day in our life. What next, my dear devotees, at the next sunset or sunrise, my dear devotees. So the soul was never born, nor does it die. It is unborn. It is eternal, escalating, and without age. When the body is destroyed, the soul remains untouched, my dear devotees. Means to say sometime today, if someone were to chop this body and this person die, then that soul remain untouched. If someone was to shoot this body, then that soul remain untouched. And if this person go and you get yourself in difficult situation and you're drunk, my dear devotees, then how is the soul coming out from under the water? See, that soul, my dear devotees, it is unseen. You cannot see it, but we could feel it. Just as the air blowing now, you cannot see it, but you could feel the presence of the air, which make us feel cool and comfortable. So too with the soul, my dear devotees, even one drunk, my dear devotees, water cannot wet it. Fire cannot destroy it. And that is the greatness of we call the human being in this world today. The greatest entity God created in this planet we call the human being. But today we as human beings, we have a little issue. What is our issue? We live worse than some of the animals that surround us in this world today. We fighting for what? We fighting for mama bracelet. Huh? We fighting for daddy money. We fighting for the house. We fighting for the car. Everything we fighting for today. But when they was younger, what they did? They work for little and they make big. Today we're working for big and we have not even a little. What is life back again? Are we contented with our heart desire? Are we contented with what we have? Today you're working for $20, $30, $40, and $50,000 a month. Some people working for $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 a month. But long time they was working for how much? Rajan, remember? 24 cents a day. And they buy land, they build house, they married, not true? They educate their children, and they were successful. They never go and beg for a cent. They always have food in their home. Today you have everything today, and what happened by the month end? You have no money, no food. You cannot even educate your children today again, my dear devotees. Because why? We are hanging our heart where we cannot reach. Be contented with what you have. And when you make contentment come in your life to my dear devotees, then you will see how successful we are going to be, my dear devotees. Before I continue, we'll ask Lal to sing a bhajan. Eka Dina Hame.
अच्छा प्रेम से बोलिए गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानयञ्जन शलाकय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। प्रेम से बोलिए गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। पंडित जी, श्रोतागण, devotees. My dear devotees, I'm just recovering from the virus, so I'll try to see. If I can't sing the whole bhajan, I'll have to talk it out, my dear devotees. Please bear with me. Yeah. All right. Om Hari Om. Tat Purushaya Vedmahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanu Rudra Prachodayat Tanu Rudra Prachodayat. In our bhajan, my dear devotees, we pray to that divine Lord Shankara to give the family the courage to bear this great loss. And I know, my dear devotees, because I was originally from here, I born and grew up here, so I know how this family lived. This is really a great loss. We pray to that Lord to give them the courage and the strength to bear this, and so to release the soul from the attachment of this world and take it to the Pitralok, my dear devotees. Suno Shiva Shankara Araja Hamari Hamko Keval Asha Tumhar. Suno Shiva Shankara सब परिवार की ये किनारे भोग रहा दुख भव का भारी कोई न अपना है जग सपना बीती जाते हो मेरे असारे सुनो शिव शंकर अरज हमारी हमको केवल आशा तुम्हारी सुनो शिव शंकर तुम ही हमारे सिरजनहारे तुम ही करत जी वन सुखकारी मुक्ति के दाता है जगत्राता, मुक्ति के दाता है जगत्राता, उस आत्मा को वैकुंठ मिले लो। सुनो शिव शंकर अरज हमारी, हमको केवल आशा तुम्हारी। सुनो शिव शंकर, सुनो शिव शंकर, सुनो शिव शंकर। प्रेम से बोलिए उमापति महादेव की जय। थैंक यू पंडित जी।
Thank you very much. He opened with a praise. Tar Purshaya Vedmahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Means to say that when a person dies, we have 16 steps to make before we reach Yamraj. And that's where we just offer 16 pindas. Who is in charge of that transportation? No other than Shankar Bhagwan, Lord Shiva himself, my dear devotees. When sometimes we say prayers, we doesn't just say prayers because we want to say prayers. We say prayers for a definite reason, my dear devotees. That is why we just always say, every time we're doing something, always take the name of God. And when we take the name of God at all times, many years gone by, when our parents and forefathers and them, they was to be cleaning, they always singing. They cooking, they always singing. Everything they're doing, they always chanting praise, my dear devotees. And when we talk about the 16 steps, my dear devotees, that is going across that river we call Vaikuntini River before it get judgment, my dear devotees. So too, when you want to listen, if you're to listen in the Roman Catholic Church, when the body, they place that body in the hearse and it's coming down, my dear devotees, you hear they will play a special hymn. Across the bridge, there is no more sorrows. The best place we can find ourselves today is when we reach to the Creator. Before birth, when we are in the womb of our mother, all we know is that world. We know nothing else. So nobody can say they got people outside and see what the world is. You have to wait until the fortunate moment reach when your mother gave birth, and that is why when the baby was born and it see the world, my dear devotees, then we say, look at this beautiful world we have. I could now experience this world we call Mrityalok. But you know, we know this is the second world we know. The third world, my dear devotees, is when we go back from where we come. Now we become conscious there's a greater place we call paradise, my dear devotees, where the Creator resides. And when we reach to that Creator, where it resides, my dear devotees, then do you think you will want to come back here to go through birth and go through this problem we have, or this life we are living in this world today, my dear devotees, seeing hard times? No. We want to change that and not to come back in this world today. So a scriptural injunction again, it says, according to one deeds and knowledge, one may take birth in a special home, and another may take birth as an immovable living thing. If you read to even the Holy Bible, as I'm seeing from the Garud Puran, Christ said, I am responsible for who you are and the home that you were born into. And it's the same thing I'm reading here, my dear devotees. So life is what we call how we make it. Scriptural injunction is really one. But we have a guidance like the Muslim, the Hindu, the Christian. We have guidance to make us better people, to live righteous life. But do we believe in it? Do we accept it? Do we practice it? No, my dear devotees, we do not practice it. We do not reach, and leave it there, nothing, God horse. And we know it as a God horse, and? Yeah, that God horse. That is good, and? Anyhow. Anyhow, So, different religion, we will have different teaching. Is there any different teaching? It's same teaching to understand who we are and understand we have to go back to our Creator, my dear devotees. So it says here, the deeds performed in the last and the current birth definitely shows up as the fruit. The fruit of active, none of the deeds done by mankind passes without bearing fruit. So everything we do, the action will come back to us. And is what we do in this life, my dear devotees, our last birth is what the consequence we are paying in this birth, my dear devotees. In the Holy Scriptures, when Narad Muni, he came to Patalok or Mrityalok, and he sees suffering taking place when he went back to Vishnu Bhagwan, and said, tell Vishnu Bhagwan why miseries are. Vishnu Bhagwan said, people come back in the face of this world to pay for their karma or their action. And this is we, my dear devotees, today, how we are in this world today. But remember, God gave us intelligence. He gave us a brain to change some direction in our life. And the day we can change this direction in our life again, then we become what? Enlightened, my dear devotees. So one is reborn in a good home and endowed with what? Good abilities and a long life. When the soul leaves the body, it takes with it the knowledge, the deeds, and the intellect with it. Based on these, the soul takes rebirth. And with time, they show up in what? The real life, my dear devotees. So let me go back to something again. I am who I am, and I will be who I want to be. No one can force me to do what I do not want to do, my dear devotees. But what it is that I want to do, I want to be a better person. How can I be a better person? When I start to change my activities, when I start to change my life, when I start to do something of a great nature to myself. When we get sick, my dear devotees, what will happen? Sometimes to be healed of that, it is hard. But we have what we call an inner power within us to heal all problems in our life. That healing powers, my dear devotees, is when we come to the realization that there is a great creator, we call the creator of this universe, and we surrender our life to that great creator, my dear devotees. You know, we do not wait when we're in a situation as we seen today, this body before us. We go do what we want today. This body cannot understand. And this body today will not see nobody who is here. When we are alive today, when our parents is alive today, when our loved one is alive today, show them gratitude, respect them, show them love, honor them, cherish them, say good things to them, say nice things to them, say sweet things to them. You know, just as you may have a phone and you want to talk to someone who you love or someone who you care for or someone who you show consideration, and you will tell that person all sorts of nice things, sweet things, to melt the heart of that person. So too with life, or with our life today, we can communicate with the Creator and say sweet things to the Creator to melt the heart of the Creator. And that will only come when we bring good will, good fortune, and good deeds within our mind. Our mind is the greatest aspect in the face of this world today, which can what? Guide us, help us, protect us. Today when something happened, we just say, if I did follow my mind, I would have never gotten problem. And sometimes we just say, good thing I follow my mind, look how successful I am. Our mind is like God today. And if our mind is like God today, we must try and keep good thoughts within ourselves. And when we have good thoughts within ourselves, my dear devotees, then the life we live in today will be a bed of roses. Not when I die. Now you want to put the rose. While while I'm alive today, give me that rose. Show appreciation. Show honor, my dear devotees. Today, let me go back a little bit in politics. I'm not a politician, eh? Basil Pandey, when he was prime minister, how much they tried to break him down. Today, you want to do all sorts of things on his behalf. Will that make sense? No. If you name my airport behind Pandey, will that make sense? No. Do what you want, my dear devotees. When you're living, show that appreciation. Show cherishment when you have your loved one alive today. Not when you reach here and now we going to say, Ma, I love you, Dad, I love you, Ma, who could do for me, Dad, who could do for me. Then you was a dependent person, you was not independent. Become an independent person and do not depend on someone else. They, as I was opening my say, they work hard and they make it big in their life today. Then we are more fortunate than them. We have education. Long time didn't have education. But the same education they have, and we had Patrick William, who was the prime minister. Today, what happened? What happened, my dear devotees? So, I like to talk. I could start from here until 1 o'clock now. But, we have Rajan waiting specially here now, who want to address you. So, I will not call upon Rajan. She is a very versatile person in the Bhagavad Gita, too. So, I will call Rajan, who will express his thoughts towards you. Raj?
Hari Om. Panditji has been listening to me so many times. He has taken everything I say and put it into his discourse. And then he called me to talk after him.
And that's how you can learn, right?
I want to touch on two little topics today. The topic of karma. There was a time Hindus alone used to talk about karma. And everybody used to laugh at us. What is this karma? No, karma is a word in English dictionary. The English have adopted karma. The Americans have adopted karma. The Presbyterians and the Roman Catholics, everybody has adopted the concept of karma. But they kind of misunderstand it. The karma would take, leave him to karma. Leave him to karma. Karma will take care of that. Well, karma has taken care of all of us. Pandit hinted about that in his discourses. What you will be reborn as will depend on your karmas. And he said, there is just something they say about how many different species.
8,000 or 84,000.
84,000 something species. And these species keep propagating over and over and over. There was a so long time, the old will die and the young to live, and the young will die for the old to live. Somebody must die. Something must die for the species in the world to continue propagating itself. But the thing is, the karmas that that person do will depend on how they come back. What they come back in this world to do. As a dog, as a tree, as a donkey, whatever. The good news is that your karmas, everybody sitting here this morning listening to us, know that your karmas were wonderful karmas. And so you came back in this world as a human being with all your intellect, etc. And in Bhagavad Gita, it says, you come here with pradaptana karmas. Pradaptana karmas means the few little things that you did wrong in your past life that did not cause you to achieve moksha, cause you to reborn in this world. But there were so few that every one of us here were reborn as a human being with good intellect. So don't worry about your karmas. Worry about the things that you do on a daily basis and try to prevent doing wrong karmas that would demote you in the system of life on earth. And therefore, one little thing I want to say, I can't say anything about Ramsaran because I know the eulogy would cover that totally. Therefore, the thing about this to all of us, to all the children especially, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, and everything Krishna told Arjuna was a message of us to how to live. And when Arjuna said, boss, I don't want to fight again. Look at my family on that side. I will have to, my job is to kill them. And Lord Krishna said, you are a warrior, and your job is to fight to protect your nation. And the thing about that, it goes beyond that. Whatever you are, your job is to do it to the best of your ability. And he said, do it without looking at the reward. So don't do your job looking for the pay at the end of the month. You will always be unhappy. But do your job without looking for reward, and you will always be happy, and you will reap the benefits of it in the future. And then he said, Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, you see, you speak the words of a wise man, but here you are telling me you are grieving for those who you should never grieve for. We cannot grieve for Ramsaran. I have known Ramsaran since I was a little boy. He teach me many, many things in life. We had many great times together. I teach him all fours, and he teaches his family all fours. I cannot say anything about him, but I cannot grieve for him, knowing that, as Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, there was never a time when you were not here, nor I, Lord Krishna, nor all these men who we go into battle against. There never was a time that any one of us was ever not here. We were always here, and we will always be here. And Ramsaran was always here, and Ramsaran will always be here. So you probably want to know about some of the karmas that Ramsaran did that would send him closer to moksha. And so I will give you back to Pandit, who would call on the person to do the eulogy.
Thank you very much, Raj. His last statement was, there was never a time God or I was not here. That is why from the beginning, my introduction was, when God created this universe, he created fair, just, and equal. You cannot take away, nor can you add. For everything he created will continue to exist under different names and different forms, my dear devotees. Thank you very much, Raj. So I will now call upon a member of the family who will do the eulogy. Vishala? V or Re? Rishala. Well, I say it was long. Well, I see she come with a big book, so make all your minor. So, you know, she might be longer.
Thank you, Sitaram. I am not going to read per se a eulogy. I think our family, everybody have a little something that they want to say. So I will share my part. My sister wants to say something. Papi's daughter wants to say something. And of course, his brother is going to say something today. So bear with us. Sitaram and good morning, Panditji, family and friends. To those of you who don't know me, my name is Ramsaran Ramjug and I am Ramsaran's granddaughter. On behalf of my parents, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, I want to firstly thank all of you all for being here with us today. I think it's very nice to see so many who loved and cared about my grandpa. I recently read that grief is the last act of love we have to give to those we loved. Where there is deep grief, there was great love. It is safe to say that my papi's loss will be greatly noticed for a long time to come. Today, I chose to write a letter to my grandpa that I would like to share with you. Dear Papi, in the past week, I noticed your absence from sitting right there in the front porch, listening to your radio, just something on. In the past week, I noticed my daughter, your Sohani, tried to make sense that while everyone was around, you still weren't. Papi, for the past 30 years of my life, you didn't miss an event, an activity, or a celebration. You were there from my first sports day in preschool to my graduations and my wedding. Your grandchildren have fond memories of you, putting us all in the brown van and taking us to Dost and Grandy for doubles, going to beach houses, playing cricket with us, drying cocoa in the cocoa house, going fishing in Monso, catching kongs, making us sapats to wear, and let's not forget always saving the end of your coffee to give us all a sip. As an adult now, I can safely say that you were always very present in our lives. My entire secondary school life, I relied on you the most, and you never disappointed. Pa, I remember having to go to St. Augustine from Tamina for a dance practice on a Sunday morning. Coming to you Saturday night and asking, without a doubt, you say, well, yeah, what we gonna do? I got carry you? And that was you, Pa. Nothing was ever a problem. You faced life with intelligence, courage, and wit. Always laughing, never angry, and always full of life and clever with it. After your stroke, your personality still stayed the same. You would laugh through the adjustments and showed us all that life can be simple even when it was difficult. As we lay you to rest today, I say thank you. Thank you for the life lessons. Thank you for joy. And thank you for teaching me patience. Your patience with your great-grands, oh my Lord, you love them all. Your funny stories about your childhood and school days, I will tell to my daughter. I think the common thing everyone has said about you is how much fun you were to be around, Papi. Papi, I will always miss you. I will always think of you with a smile. May you rest in peace with Mama, your parents, your siblings, and our beloved Randy. We love you. Love always, your granddaughter.
Good morning, Sitaram to all. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kimberly, and I am the eldest granddaughter of Papi. I won't be speaking about all the good times or laughter we shared, because then I would have to spend the entire day telling stories about all the times we spent together. Instead, I want to say thank you. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for always caring about us. Thank you for always showing us what unconditional love is. Thank you for always showing up. I know it's difficult for all of us to say goodbye to you. And I know I can no longer see you sitting there in the gallery listening to your radio. And whenever I come, you would be like, hello. You showed us what strength is, what family is, and you made sure we remembered that every step of the way, whether it was with a hug or by holding our hands and asking us how our day was. For the past few nights, the house was filled with countless stories about the type of person you were, and everyone had their own story to tell. The place was alive with your memory. You carved your own little space in all of our hearts, and we will never forget you. The lessons you taught us is something we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. Thank you for everything. May your soul rest in perfect peace. We love you.
Sitaram family and friends, on behalf of my brothers and I, we would like to share a few quick thoughts. Today is a very sad day in our lives. Today we say goodbye to Papi, our best friend, our everything. This is who Papi was, a true friend that we could relate anything and everything. Mommy would always accuse me of liking Papi more than her, and it was the truth. Papi made it very easy to relate to him. The life he lived and the attachment formed will be unforgettable. As children growing up, there were a few things to note. Papi never cursed, he never beat us, but his favorite line was, "I never see more." Papi always went the extra mile to make sure we were comfortable and happy. A personal experience I want to add is the patience and kindness Papi displayed towards me as a young woman, feeling certain issues that only a mother would endure. I won't go on longer, as I can see there are lots of fun memories that we can share. So I will add a very special thank you to my husband who gave that utmost support as a son-in-law. To my sister-in-laws, Nisha and Puri, you all have stood strong with us. Chani, I know you don't live here, but the phone calls and support always went noticed and heard. To Papi, we love you dearly, and we pray for your soul to rest in eternal peace. I know that your grandson Randy will be waiting with open arms. Today is his birthday.
Right, thanks. Sri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. We have one speaker again, the brother of, right.
Families, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what can I say about my dear brother Ramsaran? A lot. Yes. A lot, however, I will not, otherwise, I will break down, also time will not permit. Today, we are gathered here to mourn the loss of a great man, my dear brother Ramsaran, but also to acknowledge the rich and full life that he led. A life brimming with kindness and generosity. His warm and vibrant spirit were a beacon of light, guided us towards love, and compassion. There were 8 in the family. Now I am the only one left. I guess I am biding time. Being the last 2 boys of our family, we had an unbreakable bond of love and friendship. In our childhood, we were inseparable. As my elder brother, he was the glue that held the family together. Even with responsibilities in adulthood, when we parted, following in different directions, we never lost touch. Being away, he kept me informed of family news such as happy weddings, joyful births, painful sicknesses, and sad funerals. He had the leadership to keep the family united. That was the essence of his life. He was made of what you call the old stock. He believed in what was right and wrong. It troubled him when he heard countless murders reported on national news. He could not comprehend how the youth of today's generation acted that way, why they do not have moral value, respect, and love for their fellow human beings. He wished the world could change and be as when he was growing up. Love, kindness, and respect to one another. Unfortunately, that is not to be. Now that you are resting in peace, dear brother, such bad news will not affect you anymore. As I look into the crowd of people who turned up for his funeral, I find comfort and peace that you loved my brother. Good to know that he touched your life in one way or another. Otherwise, you would not be present. I find happiness knowing that he touched your life and that he will live in your memory. Ramsaran, losing you is a heart-shattering experience. The bond we had between us is irreplaceable. Saying goodbye, beloved brother, is not easy. I will miss our phone conversation, laughing at your own jokes before telling me, have us giggling like children. You were good company to be with. That is why the pain of your death is not something that can go away with just sincere condolences and sympathy. Although the family appreciate these kind messages of sorrow received, we thank you very much. What make it bearable are the wonderful memories you are leaving us behind. These memories will treasure as part of you that neither time nor even death can take them away. You are a loving son, a supportive brother, dedicated, loyal husband, a good father, a doting grandfather, and great-grandfather. Your friends and neighbors have good words to say about you. They will all miss you greatly. You had a remarkable ability to connect with people. You formed deep, meaningful relationships that stood the test of time. Your friendship was built on a foundation of trust, respect, and admiration. That is a testimony of your genuine and caring nature. You were a hardworking man who toiled the soil, loved agriculture and marketing to provide for your family, making sure they never go hungry. Have no fear, your legacy has passed on to your last son, Danish, who is just as passionate as you, reaping the benefits of your hard labor. He will carry on the land work as you have taught him. The land will not be abandoned. Your approach to life was easygoing, carefree. Your enthusiasm was contagious, inspiring those around you to live lives to the fullest. As I conclude, let me say, it was a pleasure and an honor to have the opportunity of helping, taking care of you these last month of your life. Although the doctors thought your condition were not favorable, your children and the family did not give up hope. Through their dedication and loving care, they prolonged your life greatly. You got back on your feet, slowly walked with your stick again. Malti, your daughter, together with her husband Nazim, dutifully did their share of night duties, fed, nursed you until you eat solid food again. Brother boy, your first son, as he is physically not able, religiously visited with his wife Puri, provided comfort, advice, and laughter. Kept your spirit up. Danny boy, your second son, with his wife Chani, although far away, came to lend a helping hand and support. Your last son Danish, with his wife Nisha, were unwavering in their quest to look after you. Although stressed, he did not show it. No task was too big for him. Your wishes were met with a smile. Your favorite breakfast doubles were available on demand. Even your grandchildren rallied around Anil to hold your hand for comfort. Denisha always at hand for support, with baby Ravier to amuse you. Kimberly always asking for your news. Vishala for mental health reassurance, with baby Eliara for amusements. Vikash came to visit, unlike Akash, who flew from New York and back the same day. That is a record in itself. See how much you were loved. Sylvia and I did our part too. As you needed 24-hour care, I did my share of night shifts, stayed with you for company, as you hated being left alone. Reminiscing over old times gave us a belly of laughs. Kasinat, your nephew, gave us a helping hand. Vashti and Billy cooked your last meal, your favorite, dashing and common fowl. Not least, your daughters-in-law, son-in-law, was all on hand with support and words of comfort. Your extended family visited nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, and neighbors alike. However painful their brother, I must say a loving farewell and goodbye. I thank you very much for everything, and may your soul rest in peace. Your loving brother, Sonny.
Thank you very much. The last speaker make a very great point. Saying goodbye to you is the hardest thing. This is only because of the attachment we grew with one another, my dear devotees. Today, we must learn to accept one thing. Live today as if it's the last day in our life. No one knows who will see another sunrise. On the day we can accept this, my dear devotees, prepare ourselves for when that day reach, our life too can be at peace. While we are alive today, while we have life and we are alive today, make peace and keep that peace within yourself. You know, most of the time, like the last speaker say, may the soul rest in peace. We need peace when we live in, not when we die. The soul will always be in peace. Is the human body do not have peace, my dear devotees. So I want to congratulate you for that speech you have made a valid point, my dear devotees. Why we say live today as if the last day in our life, it says, Ek din hame bhi jana hai, ek din hame bhi jana hai, jag chala jahe sara aisa kavan ठिकाना है एक दिन हमें भी जाना है एक दिन हमें one day each and every one of you and I will be in this situation and leave something, my dear devotees, a legend that will be memorized by each of your family. He was making a little quote and it says, speak of me as you have always done. Remember the laughter, the good times and fun. Share the happy memories we have made. Do not let them wither or fade. I've been the voice that whisper in the breeze. I am peaceful now. Put your mind at ease. I've rested my eyes and gone to sleep, but memories we have shared are yours to keep, as he was saying. Sometimes our final day may be a test, but remember me when I was my best. That's why you will have eulogy that will say nice things about the deceased, my dear devotees. Although things may not be the same, don't be afraid to use my name. Let your sorrows last for a while. Comfort each other and try to smile. I've lived a life full of fun and joy. Live on now and make me proud of who you will become, my dear devotees. Wisdom and words of wisdom for us to see and to cherish, my dear devotees. So at this time, now it's about 20 past 10. So we're going to close now, and then we'll ask the immediate family to come and do their rites, and then whoso wish to come and put up flowers, you can do so. So fellas, I'll come take up flowers. I'll come and take flowers. Everybody come take up flowers, grandchildren, everybody. And at this time, the rest of you, please stand a little bit. Put your hands together, close your eyes, bow your head. Contemplate on that Supreme Personality. Stand up, Bima. Hari Om. इतना तू करन स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लिकरा जब प्राण तन से निकले श्री गंगा जी का तट होय यमुना का तट निकट होय श्री गंगा जी का तट होय यमुना का तट निकट होय और सर्व निकट होय जब प्राण तन से निकली इतना तू करन स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकली जब प्राण तन से निकली जब प्राण तन से निकली अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेव हरिम श्रीधर माधवम गोपिका वल्लभम जानकी नायकम रामचंद्र भजे जानकी नायकम रामचंद्र भजे ओम अनादिनेतु देवता शंकर चक्र गदाधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदो भव राम नाम सत्य है. Offer your flowers. All right, so the immediate family, Marty and your family, all of us come, do all your offering, and then you bow and take your seat, my dear devotees. Yeah, you got do that. Huh? Yeah, just rest it inside there. Who want to put Chandan and put you put it? Who? The daughter-in-law? Yeah, yeah. Daughter-in-law, son-in-law, just put up flowers. Yeah. The daughter-in-law is your colleague, yes. Yeah. Oh, you make it on?
Sitaram, everyone. We have a 25-seater maxi available, so whoever wants to go, take you over there and bring it back over here. Even if they come driving, want to leave your vehicle here, it's fine too. All right, the maxis park up to the front. So when ready, you could just come forward and say, and we'll check how much we have. All right?
alcohol.